Hello, Superboy fans. This is Chris Jacobsen, your Superboy Fact Checker. With me, as always, is the immortal Tom Gallagher.
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Okay, so what we are doing today for our Superboy fans and content is we're doing a little bit of a Superboy-related fan trivia. Okay? So we've got 5 questions. Each one is a little difficult, but they get more and more difficult as we go along. And
they're all pretty difficult. I've got to say, there's only one that I knew the answer for out of 5, so this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay,
so I'm going to start. We're gonna alternate. I'll do a question. Tom will do a question, then and back and forth. So we're going to start with question number 1, which I feel is pretty much a fairly softball one, but Tom couldn't get it, so.
No, I didn't. Right. I didn't get this one.
Right. So before John Haynes Newton, how many other actors played Superboy in either live action or animation, and who were they?
See, that's a tough question. I know one, but I know there's quite a few more than. I know there's more than one at least. So yeah, I would get nothing for this. So yeah, good luck, people, with that one.
All right, Tom, go on to number 2.
Question 2. The Superboy TV series had a tie-in comic book. What is the significance of issue 18? I didn't know this one either.
This unless you're a big DC fan, you probably wouldn't get this one.
No. I know the answer now, and I still wouldn't have got it, even if I had known, because, yeah. But I love it, so... When we announce the answers to this question, I bet there's going to be a few people like, oh, I want to pick up issue 18 now.
No, let's let them answer on their own, and then we'll award the prize, you know.
I'm not saying why they would want to read it, but they may want to read it. Right, on to question 3.
Okay. So, question 3 is actually the only one that Tom was able to get.
Yeah.
All right. So, Superboy guest star Greg Morris from The Invisible People is best known for his starring role in the 1960s Mission Impossible series. However, he has ties to Star Trek, Justice League, and Smallville. What ties him to those other projects?
It's a great question. This is the only one that I knew.
This might actually be the real softball.
Yeah, maybe this should have been question 1 because it's the easiest. It's a great question though. Anyway, on to question 4.
And I have you to thank for that because you mentioned it to me the last time we were talking.
Yeah. It's one of those. It's Invisible People is just one of those episodes we talked about on the last podcast. Like we talked about our favorite episodes, and I mentioned how I almost wanted to include Invisible People, just because I love the concept, but the execution is so bad.
Sam would have killed you for that.
Yeah, the execution is terrible. I just think there was a good episode idea in there that was completely just.
It was, as you British people would say, bollocksed up.
Yeah, royally. Royally bollocksed up. Anyway, question 4. Michael J. Pollard is the first live-action Mxyzptlk, having appeared on Superboy. When Ilya Salkind was originally trying to do Superman 3, he wanted Mixie as the villain. Who was Ilya trying to get to play Mixie at that time, before Richard Pryor came on board? This is a tough one. I think I have a vague idea, but I don't know for definite, so I will probably get this wrong. It's a great question.
And you see why I'm the Superboy Fact Checker.
Oh, yeah. I think I know it, but I don't want to say. After we finish recording, I'll say to you who I think it might have been.
And then I'll tell you yes or no.
Then you'll tell me that I'm completely wrong and thinking of a completely unrelated Superman project. Like, no, you're thinking of Superman Lives.
All right. So, Question number 5, our final question.
I think they deserve extra points for this one. This is a difficult question.
I would agree with you on that. And of course, my tablet just closed. Okay. So, question number 5, our stumper, which Tom only got 1 or 2 out of them. Here.
I have thought of a third, but I'm not going to say it now. And it's an obvious one as well that I'm ashamed of myself for not immediately saying.
Okay.
Go on.
How many Superboy guest stars or series regulars have appeared in other DC Comics properties after their time in Superboy? Who were they, and what were the characters that they played in those post-Superboy productions?
It's a great question. And I know there's more than I know, so you can see why the bonus question there, the bonus points might be good. Maybe in order to get the main point, you have to name. I won't say a number because it will be a slight giveaway, but after that point, you'll get bonus points for all the extras. Maybe.
Yep.
It's so hard being cryptic because I don't want to give any sort of clue at all. But yeah, it's a great question.
Yep.
But not quite sure what the prizes are going to be for this trivia thing. We think it's going to sort of go on to semi-finals and finals, and people who watch can compete against each other, and eventually there will be a prize.
Yeah, Sam said something about a prize. He didn't say what, though.
Yeah, I think there'll be mini prizes along the way, and then a grand prize at the end. So, if you know any of these questions, or even if you just want to take an hour out to do a ton of research so you can answer them, which is probably what most people do with internet trivia contests, to be honest. But
yep,
there may be a prize in it for you. Well, there will be a prize in it for you if you win down the line. So,
and if you put as much work into getting the answers for these questions as I put into making them, you definitely will be worthy of getting the prize.
Yeah, you'll deserve it at this point. Yeah. The way I said it then, like if you go online, do some research and find the answers, maybe I made it sound like that's a little bit cheating, but no, if you put in that much work, you deserve to win. So,
hey, Tom, let's think of it as an open book test.
Yeah. But
okay,
yeah.
So folks, that's our trivia questions for this session. Have at it.
Yeah. Send us your answers in the YouTube comments and on Facebook. Actually, no, keep it to the YouTube comments just so it's easier to keep track of all the answers.
Yeah, probably easier to keep track of that.
Yeah, rather than checking Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and you just be right.
And Tom and I will do a follow-up video with all the answers, and we will name the winner.
We will indeed.
We don't know when we'll be doing that, but we will be doing that.
We may be able to announce what some of the prizes might be at that point as well. So
very true, very true.
We just need to get everything confirmed at this point, so we don't tell you something that never actually gets sent out.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching.
Right.
Take care, guys.
Folks.
Goodbye.
Mixie was originally called Mix's Tiplick in the Golden Age. And the one who wore the derby and the top hat was called Mix's Tiplick, MXYZTPLK.
Oh, they
and then when they reintroduced him in the later 40s, early 50s, they changed it around, made him more superhero looking in his costume, and called him Pitlick.
I'm gonna stick that on the end of the last question as a bonus fact that isn't actually a question. It's just, this is a good question. Here's a bonus fact to go on top of it that won't actually help you, but it's interesting nonetheless.
Okay.